You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
The AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's Bad Girls Club After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Bad Girls Club After Show.
The Macarena? That is the Siobhan dance.
That's Siobhan. This is Drea.
And then this is Stephanie. I don't know what I did. I kind of just turn up. Yo, what up, AfterBuzzers? It's your boy DJ Jesse Janedy, joined in studio by the lovely, gorgeous Stephanie Bauer.
Hey, dude.
Here for for Bad Girls Club Season 11, Paradise Lost. I thought tonight's episode was gonna be a lot more boring than it actually was.
Yeah, we were like kind of dreading it because all I remember from the last episode is that they were gonna say their goodbyes, blah blah blah, like boring. No, it turned out to be really good.
Yeah, I mean, they gave us the whole fight again.
Thank you for that.
I appreciate it. So, I mean, what did we see? We saw that Hailey was denying vomiting in the house. And we noticed Jazz pushed her first, but Hailey was the first to actually swing.
Good for her. You know, I hate the hair pulling and the anything else, the pushing. Like, if you're just gonna fight somebody, I mean, I say it every season, just
face on.
Like, seriously. And so I didn't notice that last week, but I noticed it this week. And I also noticed how the first time Jazz pushed her, she waited till Benzie got right next to her, and then she pushed her. The girls are always waiting for a backup. Like, none of them are that bad. I mean, I'm sure we could pick out a few from previous seasons, but certainly not this season. They're bullies and they're bitches, but I don't really think that they're, like, bad.
Yeah, because...
So maybe Stephanie.
Yeah, because I guess when Stephanie actually did approach Andrea, she did it on her own.
And Shanae.
Yeah, and Shanae. Oh no, not Andrea. I don't know why I said that. Shanae.
Yeah.
With this episode though, we got Jazz realizes her face got puffy, so she goes back to go fight her again, and then all the girls jump in again.
That was insane.
It was insane. Gigi's pulling her hair.
We rewound it again. That was insane. They didn't show the initial, like, hey, I'm walking downstairs to come get you. They just showed her on top of her fighting. Then Gigi drug her across the floor.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It was a crazy fight for sure, but do I really think it was worse than any other ones that we've seen? Nah. But apparently the producers did.
Well, I thought it was worse because this girl's only been here for a week. And if rumor has it is that the producers brought her in specifically to stir drama with the girls. If that's the case, then it's kind of like the producers had to step in and be like, oh, you know, we got to find you guys.
Have you ever seen that before, ever?
Yeah. I mean, I've heard of it, talking to the girls. They say all the time that they would get fined for certain things if they stay out too late. They get fined. Real worlders say the same exact thing. I don't know. I just thought it did get out of hand because it's just like the producers put this poor girl in this house knowing the mentality of these girls. And to see Jazz, it's just like, where does this hatred come from? Like, girl, you need to come.
I can't even start with that. She's got issues. But as far as you saying that the producers sent her in to like stir up drama on the show, I think they talked to the girls first and said, you guys better do something with the next girl we send in. Because if they were going to send in a girl to cause drama, they would have picked someone much more controversial and mean and loud and obnoxious than sweet little Hailey. Like, she was so sweet.
But she was perfect. But yeah, that's true.
So I think that they told the cast, whoever we send you guys, the next person, you better like effing start some drama with this girl because she did nothing. Nothing she did kind of annoyed me except maybe when she went up in the DJ booth and was like, give me a shout out, but I used to do the exact same thing, so can't get too mad.
Actually, it wasn't Gigi that pulled her hair, it was Stephanie.
That pulled her hair?
Yeah.
I just know Gigi pulled her body. Gigi was the one pulling her across the floor.
But Stephanie grabbed her by the hair. It's just kind of like, where the hell did this anger come from for these girls? Jazz says, I don't feel bad. Hailey got jumped. The other girls kind of were like, yeah, maybe went a little too far. Mm-hmm. And then for the next morning, you to wake up mad, and then you go in this bitch's room with the damn nurse shit on your face, and then you're gonna throw all her stuff outside. I'm like, there was no purpose, rhyme, or reason.
There was
for
nothing, and you could hear when the girls were walking in the bedroom, I think Hailey heard them opening the door, and Hailey said the first words out of her mouth were, "I'm about to go to Target and go get a bunch of cleaning supplies." First words out of her mouth.
Oh, yeah, and then she wanted to cook dinner for the girls. Mm-hmm. And you bitches are up here throwing the damn girls' backpacks outside, talking about, you're done, she's done. Jazz, calm down. What are you so mad about?
I don't understand.
I just can't even, I can't ask anything else other than, what are you so mad about?
Why do you hate that? We've said it with every girl. Why do you hate this girl this much? And I can see with the other ones, they're kind of annoying and blah, blah, blah. But this one, I really don't get it. And if I was Hailey, I mean, you just want to kill somebody when they're touching your stuff, so there's really nothing you can do because they were literally all surrounding her. They would have jumped her again. I would have marched right into one of their rooms and, literally taken the closest thing I could find to, a baseball bat and just, ruin their stuff, trash it, literally pounding it. I would have left my stuff because they're going to ruin it anyway, and walked into the room and just destroyed everything, hairspray, lighter, clothes.
Like her mom
told her.
And I mean, yeah, that is, gotta go left eye on a bitch sometimes. Take that hairspray, you take that lighter, and you be like, what, bitch? Her mother's gangster. Hailey took the high road, though, and was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I want to enjoy my last couple days here, which I do like because I think it just irritates the girls more, which clearly it irritated Jazz. Mm-hmm. Tiana does her little commercial thing while they're throwing all her stuff out there. I could see Tiana, getting some things from this. I could see her being one of those, like the little colleges commercials where I graduated and you can graduate too.
I got my diploma online while I raised my baby at home.
I got my diploma online after I joined the Bad Girls Club.
Yep, exactly, because the way she says that. After I did. Yeah, they had clearly written that for her. So stupid.
And then not only that, they're throwing the shit out the damn house, and then they lock Hailey out.
I know, and it's raining, and they threw her stuff in the water, and...
I wonder how long she was left out there. I mean, at this point, this is probably why producers had to step in. It got to a point of, legit bullying. It's not like, we all just had this incident, and then we jumped her. It was 2 attacks. And then this is the third, y'all, locking her out the house. Mm-hmm. I mean, the poor girl, God bless her for staying.
Yeah. And is this when Jazz went in the morning and was like, I'm just going to go tell her myself? Was that part?
No.
Oh, okay, so that's another time. Oh, Jesus.
Right. So producers basically said all the girls are fined. And then Tiana and Jazz say they want to go home.
But here's the thing. These girls are so big and bad, but it's almost like they're only big and bad with each other because I don't know. I think a true bad girl, I like that they respected the producers and sat there and took it, but I just feel like a true bad girl, like a Natalie Nunn or somebody would be like, F you, and told the producers what was up. They kind of just sat there like little kids in trouble, mm-hmm. Do something.
It did give off that little kid thing.
Yeah.
And then, they're talking about, they're putting themselves now as the victims. I'm not putting up with this. I'm going home. Girl, what?
I know.
How do you look at yourself?
I know.
That's some basic bitch shit. That is some, you should know. Common sense tells you were in the wrong.
Jazz is like, I just want to go home. I want to go home. I want to go home. It's like, how do you think those other girls felt when you were doing that stuff to them and they really wanted to go home? I can't even understand her.
And I wonder if this goes back to Teresa, we ain't gonna let another bitch come up in this house, and if it goes back to that, then it's like, girl, you have, was she eating it out? What is going on? Why are you so into this girl? Why can't you get along with no girl that comes up in this house?
No,
that might be cute.
No, Benzie. I told you.
I said that might be cute.
No, but we were talking about the other week. I said it's weird how they pick and choose who they like from the moment they step in the house. And you guys are like, no, they were mean to Benzie in the first place, blah, blah, blah. No, they replayed it today.
Yeah, they did,
Benzie
you're right.
hadn't even put a foot through the threshold of the doorway. And they were like, hi. Like, why? Is it based off the picture? They didn't feel threatened by Benzie because she's not that cute?
I mean,
That's gotta be
honestly,
it.
I kind of think that's Jazz's mentality.
Because
Oh, she ain't my competition. You know, she's
Exactly.
cute. I'll tell her she's cute. You know, I'll make her feel better about herself.
Yeah, but she's not my competition. Hailey, I think, I've said it, is pretty.
I think she's cute.
Yeah. and
Especially
so,
after re-looking at
re-looking at everything.
Yeah.
And so I think Jazz was jealous of her, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Benzie is talking to Hailey. She's like, you were really fucked up. What? I get she didn't want to clean the vomit, but all she did was she was sick and didn't want to clean up the vomit.
Yeah, and-
it didn't have to lead into mopping the floor with her face.
Yeah, I mean, she really sitting there on the bed, she was like telling Hailey, like making Hailey feel really bad. She's like, you were belligerent drunk. Honestly, Hailey wasn't that bad. She was just like, I'm not going to clean it up. Sorry. Like, she was like, I'm not doing it. She wasn't like,
Or throwing it back at them.
nothing. She was like, I don't want to do it. I'm not going to do it. That's not belligerent to me.
No. And then we get Gigi crying while T and Jazz are packing their clothes. Jazz again crying like a victim, and Stephanie gives them this deep speech and as to why they should stay.
Stephanie's like, we should be crying on each other's shoulders on the last day, saying we made it to the finish. Like, what did they think this is?
Okay, Rocky.
I know. Like, that's what Bad Girls Club has turned into, like, kicking people out and making it to the end.
How do you feel about Hailey waking up in the morning and kind of... Oh, well, wait, we got a caller on the line. Caller, what's your name? Where are you from?
Caller, what's your name? Where are you from?
Hi, my name is Yashawn from Long Island.
What's going on, Ishan? What did you think it was about tonight's episode? How do you feel about Hailey?
Hailey, I think it was wrong of them to jump her.
Mm-hmm.
I think none of them should jump. I think Jazz should have just did it by herself, but they just jumped in all season. But Hailey, I feel like she didn't deserve what she deserved, and that's it.
Are you a fan of Jazz?
What, huh?
Are you a fan of Jazz?
A fan of Jazz?
Yeah.
I've never liked her. It's she's hanging out with the girls that I like, but I never really liked her like that.
All right, and
I'll see you there.
Yeah, we're not big fans either. And what are you really excited for from the reunion? What do you want to see?
I want to see Sarah.
You want to see Sarah come back?
Me too.
I'm excited. Her and her little pigtails looking like she a WWE wrestler.
And then she threw the money up in the air. Oh, too much. I was dying.
Hey, Sean, what is your Twitter handle?
Yashawn N.A. Harris.
There you go. All right. Thank you for calling in. Make sure you keep watching.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, they're just like giving a speech, like it's like time to I don't know. I don't even think they were ever going to go home in the first place. Let's get real. The two.
Hello?
Hi.
Caller, you're on the line. Hey, what's going on? What's your name? Where are you from?
What's up?
What's your name? Where are you from?
Adrian, I'm from Oregon.
Adrian. Oh, all right. You're the Twitter follower who you saw the reunion, or you have some little tea about the reunion?
Yeah, well, I haven't seen it. I've watched a lot of interviews that have been about the reunion with pretty much most of the girls from BGC, and I'm glad that the reunion is only going to be in 2 parts.
No, it's going to be 3. They said it tonight.
It's 3 parts.
They just announced it tonight. I know you haven't watched the show yet because you told us on Twitter, but they said tonight it's going to be 3 parts.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
What?
Too much.
Oh, my God.
Because they're going to show them doing the makeup and all that stuff, and then they have the male strippers come out, which we could totally do without.
Well, the first episode would be of all the girls meeting back up with each other.
I like that part.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that part. I wouldn't mind it being only 15 or 20 minutes at the most, but I mean, for it to be a majority of the show, of at least the first episode, I could probably do without that. But I mean, there's a fight, I guess, that is supposed to happen with Shanae and Benz, and it's due to the fact that in one of the interviews, Shanae kind of said some stuff about Benz, and otherwise it probably wouldn't have been a fight at all. But I mean, that I'm excited for. I don't know who else fights. I know Sarah fights somebody, but
and then Janelle.
I heard that there's
Yeah, Shanae looked like she had her face dragged across the floor.
Yeah, and then they apparently wouldn't let her back in because she's like, "You're telling me that I can't go back in there?"
Well, so Adrian, who are you, whose side are you on in the house? What girls do you like? What girls don't you like?
I mean, a majority of the girls that I like, I hate to say, but they're already kicked off the show or they left the house. But I mean, I can't stand Jazz for anything. I cannot stand her. I don't mind Stephanie. I actually kind of like her over the season as it's progressed. I've kind of grown to like Stephanie, except for how the fight went down with Shanae, all the jumping and stuff, even though she technically didn't jump in. It was a one-on-one fair fight until the other girls did jump in. I don't really like Benz. There's some times where I do like her, but I mean, for the most part, I've liked pretty much all the girls that have been sent home practically for no reason at all, other than a lot of the girls that are still left in the house are mad. And I still don't really get it because the way that they went about some of the stuff, I mean, it doesn't really make sense, and it's kind of petty.
Well, who didn't Benzie say, oh, Hailey, you're going to stay? Isn't that petty? That's petty? So petty of you.
Hailey was saying that she's like, are you going to, Hailey was saying she wanted to stay and be alone, and Benzie's like, that's so petty of you. Does this bitch know the definition of petty? Seriously, does she know what it means? Because I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, I get some of the fights. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we don't see that isn't aired because we see 13 hours of 3 months. So I get that there's probably a whole bunch of stuff that Jazz and Tiana and Gigi and everybody else, I get where there are probably some smaller reasons why the girls eventually left. But I mean, a majority of these girls, they start fights for no reason at all. And the girls that have left are on Twitter or whatever say oh, Jazz, and they're bored. There's nothing else to do, so they create a whole bunch of drama out of anything and start anything to get a fight going. But I mean,
yeah, even Stephanie said it. She's like, I'm gonna miss the fighting. I liked the fighting.
Yeah, it definitely comes off as one of the more juvenile cast that we've had.
But it's why we watch.
Exactly. I can't even fart. All right, Adrian, what's your Twitter handle?
At Adrian Acevedo.
There you go. All right, thank you for calling in. Make sure you call in the upcoming weeks for the reunion. And
I definitely will.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
So then we get let's move on. After she talks to her mom, the girls go out for lunch, and then we get the whole Tiana's birthday. She's never had a birthday before, so the girls want to throw her something special. What?
I almost spit out my Coke. I cannot with this. Am I the only one that was just like,
you've never had a birthday before?
I've never had a birthday. It's just a normal day for me. I've never had a birthday. She's like, we're poor. She didn't use the word poor, but she's like, in New York, you don't have money to have. Where's she
it
from?
was just weird.
I don't get it. So she's going on, and then she's like, it's just another day for me. I've never had anything like this. You know what she reminded me of? Shanae.
Like she
wanted
it.
attention, because once she saw that she was getting this much, because I do think like Stephanie, Gigi, Jazz, towards D, they're all like very motherly and like want to do stuff. So the second she realized she was getting an inch, she like took a mile. Like, really? I've never gotten a birthday present, you know? And then they take her to get her hair done. I always wanted layers in my hair. Jessie.
Yeah, I know.
She's like, she acted like she got made over for the ball. I always wanted layers. Like
when
I could
Stephanie
never
came
afford it.
and gave her the present, she was like, "Oh my god, you didn't have so unexpected."
I never had this.
Like, are you saying that because you feel like the other girl should have got you a gift too, and that's the only gift? Like, you're so amazing. Like, girl, calm down.
Calm down. Oh, that was too much for me.
So while they're talking about doing all that stuff, we got a scene of Ben's kind of feeling bad, you know, for everything that was going on with Hailey, and as Jazz and T were in the bedroom, Jazz was expressing how she wanted to torture this girl. And every time I see her, I'm going to eat her babies and yada,
What?
yada, yada.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
And then, like, I thought you were crazy, but now I think you're a weirdo. Then you get up and you walk into the room.
Here we go again.
I hope you like the beauty room because you won't be using it.
It's like...
With Tiana.
Dude, it's like the fourth time we've seen this. It's like, here we go again. She's going to announce that you're leaving. Today is your last day.
You're leaving. We're sorry. Like,
I cannot stand this girl.
I can't stand your voice. I can't stand your voice when you inhale helium.
Sounds the
Sounds
same.
exactly the same. Talking about, hey, I hope you enjoy the beauty room. What?
Jazz is like one of those dangerous mean girls, because that's when she's like about to do something like that. That's the way she talks. Like, I hope you enjoy the beauty room. That's like serial killer status. Like when they kill somebody and have no emotion and act like... That's
I'm
Jazz.
gonna torture this bitch.
That is
Like,
Jazz.
all right,
Time to get
girl.
afraid, everybody.
You need to calm down. And then you're in there with Tiana. Tiana's laughing. If I was Hailey, I would have been looking at this bitch like, this bitch
She
is
was
crazy.
She was, kind of. She was like,
Jazz is just mad that she's putting dirt on her cheeks.
yeah.
Because still no one has
Nobody knows.
figured that one out.
And she was like, and your eyelashes falling off. There you go right there. She's jealous that that girl's pretty.
Oh, you're so mad.
Because that's what you say.
Because you're so mad that you're paying attention. And you're so
Exactly.
mad that you took the effort to cut out of your bed to come tell me what? Something irrelevant that's not going to happen because
I know.
I was here to the end.
It's like, today's your last day in the makeup room. Yeah, bitch, because we're going home tomorrow. Like,
Good job, Jazz. You did that. She did that one. So it's Tiana's birthday. They take her to the nail salon. Stephanie's at home decorating. Ben's mysteriously couldn't go get the balloons, so Steph had to ask Hailey to
that
go
all
get the
seemed
balloons.
really like staged. I don't know why they would or if they did, but it just seems stupid.
How do you feel about Hailey actually doing it?
Here's
Do you
the
think
thing.
it's weak of her?
The
or?
second I saw T walk in and she was with the shots, I was like, oh, look at her weak. Yeah, that was my like initial split second thought. I was like, I cannot believe that. But at the same time, she really did just go there to want to have a good time. So after a few minutes, I kind of was like, okay, good for her. Whatever. If she can get past it, fine. And then her plan kind of worked because Jazz is there moping in the corner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, at first, the initial thought was, really, girl, you
Exactly.
gonna go?
Yeah.
And then she did. Then she came back with the bottle, and I was like, all right, gonna be the bigger person. But the scene of T walking in and her jumping up in the air like, ah!
It pissed me off in the beginning, but you're still mad about it?
Yeah.
She
looked
wants to.
crazy.
I know, but she just like wants.
But
to have
that's
a good
fake to me.
time.
It's like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, scream surprise, but like all the extraness of jumping and
Here's
like.
the bottle I bought for you, love. I mean, it didn't say love, but it said from Hailey.
I would
like,
do
huge.
that. I'm not mad at her for that. Like, but I don't know. I just felt like it was a little extra.
Yeah.
But I get it. She's trying to fit in or whatever.
Whatever. She was like determined to enjoy her time in Miami. You know, she was like, I'm gonna have a good time, no matter who tortures me or beats the crap out of me.
And Tiana appreciates Hailey's jester.
I mean, I'm not mean like that. I mean, that is not me. Oh, really? Could have fooled us this whole season.
Right. Because what did Jazz get you? I want to know what Jazz got. Well, she probably paid for the nails or something. So yeah, Jazz was irritated. They go to the club. Jazz is still irritated with Hailey. It's like, smoke a cigarette. Do something.
I don't know. She's like, I just want to beat her face in.
Like, why are you mad?
She's jealous.
So the girls then have to go home the next day. Jazz was super excited to be like, Hailey, you're going home first.
Oh my God, see? Serial killer.
But I wonder what happened in between that Hailey didn't say bye to any of the other girls.
Well, what I think is she had planned that from the get-go because it's done now. She's not going to see these girls again. She wanted to try to have a good time for the last 2 days, but she's not friends with them, period. So she got herself looking real cute, got her expensive bag, probably expensive shoes, who knows, and stood up and like almost did a hair flip and walked out. I was like, oh, she planned that. She totally planned that.
Benzie left, then Tiana leaves, Stephanie leaves, Gigi leaves, and then leaving Jazz left in the house.
Wait, can we talk about what they said when they left?
What?
T says, they all had like their one-liners when they left. T says in her interview, I learned I don't always need to compromise just because of someone else's feelings. What? That's exactly the opposite of what you're supposed to learn. Exactly the opposite. And then when somebody else said a good one too.
Stephanie had no regrets.
Oh, she had no regrets, whatever. And she goes, I learned to have no filter and not care what anyone else or the world thinks about you. I hate when people say that because you kind of need to care what people think about you. Kind of.
I mean, you need to think about what people care about.
I mean, yeah.
Especially when you're on Bad Girls Club.
Yeah.
Jumping bitches.
Exactly. And she's like, she said that she's going back to the projects. She lives in the projects?
Yeah, she kept referring to that.
I mean, but like...
I always think it's wondering because, you know, her and Tiana live so close to each other. I wonder if they hang out now. I mean, I'm sure they probably do gigs together, but I wonder how close they actually are because to live in a couple boroughs away from each other and hang out with each other.
And it's weird how they all want to go home so bad. Like Gigi's like, it's moving out day and I couldn't be more
I'd be stressed the hell out.
I mean, they love it there so much and they're crying. I know it's mixed emotions, but they all want to go home so bad. I almost was thinking to myself, maybe it's because now they're like the celebrity. Now they get to come home and be the star that was on Bad Girls Club. So maybe that's what they're looking forward to?
Probably. And they
'Cause I
probably
would
know
not want to leave.
They know that their friendship, they're probably tired from the fighting. They know that their friendship's going to last. They can hang out with the four of them whenever they want to.
I just wouldn't want to go back to real life, like living in Miami, laying out by the pool and going out every night.
Yeah, but living in a house with seven
dirty
gross,
and
dirty
nasty.
girls. On that note, let's head into predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
So unfortunately, it's going to be a 3-part reunion. Janelle's titties make an appearance.
Dude. When she was in the mirror, I was like, is she still putting her dress on, or is that what it's going to look like?
I liked it. It looked cute.
It was a little far apart.
It was a lot. We get Shanae had makeup all over her face.
Somebody jumps her as she's sitting down, which I guess it was Benzie, according to Adrian.
Who was Sarah arguing with? At first, it looked like she was arguing with
Jazz
at first, and then it looked like
probably
she was...
everybody there. I mean, they all hated her.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be a
She
great
threw up
fight.
the money for some reason because I feel like Sarah's the one that we found out like all this stuff about. She's on another show and all this stuff. So I know these other girls are going to put that in her face.
Well, it looked like Sarah was calling someone's tea out.
Exactly.
And I couldn't hear what it was.
I couldn't
but
understand what she said either. But yeah, she's going to call somebody out.
I wish Mimi showed up.
I know.
We also get a Tiana versus Janelle fight. Or even though it looked like a couple people versus Janelle.
But she was sitting down at the time. That's all that matters.
So I think the reunion is going to be pretty good. I'm excited. We got All-Star Battle 2 coming up. That looked like
Sarah's on it.
Sarah was
that's
on
cool.
it with her making her pigtails appear again.
I could do without them, but I love how she wore them to the reunion because you're totally right. She looked like WWE, but other than that, like, no, it's not that cute.
Keep her home, girl.
It's not that cute.
All right. On that note, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys leave us a comment on our iTunes page. You guys can subscribe to it. It's free. Help us get to #1. Also, make sure you guys keep in contact with us all week at AfterBuzz TV on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Keep the conversation going. If we missed anything, let us know on Twitter. Me at DJ Jesse J.
Steph Bauer TV.
Till next week, same time, same place. Peace.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later, bitches.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.